Just recently I've been thinking a lot about when I was a kid, really shy. I didn't really speak until I was about 7 years old. Amazing mother, mother that had 3 jobs. So much that we grew up on Rent-A-City. This is where you rent furniture, a table, a lamp, a couch, and you pay per week or bi-weekly. And so many times that type of furniture was picked up on a constant basis because obviously my mom couldn't afford the constant weekly or bi-weekly payment. And I seen that entire struggle so much in my life, and something clicked. And I started this whole process, this journey, by leaving school after the 9th grade. So I started my first business. It was RTC, janitorial cleaning services. And I wanted to clean establishments. This is after they closed. And I asked my mom, can we do a second mortgage? And I also did some side jobs on the side, painting houses, running around, selling children's clothes at the flea markets, door to door, at businesses. But she said yes. So I found a mortgage broker in Miami Lakes, in the Flyer. Back then we didn't have the internet. And my mom was able to execute a $25,000 loan against a townhouse that she just recently closed on. And the $25,000, we went to Okeechobee, Florida, at a warehouse, bought a bunch of cleaning supplies, cleaning equipment, and a used van. And from there, I just knocked on doors, one after another. And that mortgage payment of $25,000, I'll never forget, it was a little bit over $250. It really haunted me for many, many years. So I started other businesses just by getting jobs, one job, second job, a third job. I was a busboy, a waiter, a valet parking attendant, and I got a job at Don Shula's Country Club. And I started really seeing all these individuals playing golf that were really successful, and I was fascinated. I was fascinated by it. And then from there, being in the hospitality business, you learn what I call people skills, which is very, very critical. And I think it's one of my biggest traits and one of the biggest reasons I've done very well for myself. So one thing led to another. Then I started getting into sales. I started getting into phone sales and also waiting on tables at night. I wound up getting a membership sales position at the Better Business Bureau, calling upon businesses, my brother and I, selling memberships. And at night, working at the Rusty Pelican in Key Biscayne. I was a waiter. My wife, Sophie, we've been married 29 years this October. She worked at a medical office doing ultrasounds. And then I started my first business because I actually found out about medical equipment leasing. And fast forward, that business kind of disappeared because manufacturing financing came up and they started offering 0% financing and putting out brokers like myself out of business, my brother and I. So I started asking doctors, hey, what else do you need, Dr. Castro, besides the equipment? I know I can't compete with it, but what else do you need? Well, I do need working capital because my reimbursements are never showing up on time. And when they do show up on time, it's never the amount that it should be or what I was expecting, so I can really use working capital right now. One thing led to another. Again, people skills. I was invited to a private retreat with some producers, and I met an individual. Eric and I, my brother, met an individual, and because of our people skills and because we were just so eager to learn and to explore, we met an individual. We had a bunch of drinks that night, told him some of my ideas about this working capital, this need, and told him about the profiles. He said, wow, that's really, they need working capital. And he was kind of shocked. He goes, well, he kind of ignored it, but I kept followed up pretty much constantly. And within 2 weeks, I followed up so much that I sent him his first transaction, and he called me back saying, really, this profile is willing to borrow X at this rate? I said, yes, we're ready to fund right now. He says, let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can place it. Well, I got a call from him a few days later. He says, sure enough, Bobby, somebody wants to buy this loan. And there we go. We just started, and we started with $25,000. That was not even our money whatsoever. We really went from $0. I recently just exited at $1 billion. It's a big accomplishment for me to actually, to sell a company for $1 billion with no strict covenants, straight transaction. Now I'm ready for my next journey, really to show others to exactly how to do something what I did from 0 to $1 billion.